This is the Goldmine segment of the podcast where we dig out the small, unexpected lessons hidden in the everyday work of running a business. I'll share one, we'll pull out the takeaway and add it to our shared stash. You know what might actually scare me more than failure? Being misunderstood. Putting something out there, a new idea, a campaign, even just a thought, and watching people totally miss the point that I was trying to make. Or worse, they twisted it into something I didn't mean at all. Is anyone else out there as afraid of being misunderstood as I am? For me, this shows up as overcompensating, overexplaining, and on the inside, a lot of anxiety. What does it look like for you? As a business owner who's pretty public facing, this fear for me comes up a lot. Every time I publish a YouTube video, test a new marketing approach, or even hop on a call with someone I would be really excited to work with because they have a cool business, there's this little voice that says, what if they don't get it? What if they don't get me? What if they judge me or my business in a way I didn't intend? Not trying to turn this into a therapy session, but growing up as an introverted, artsy kid in a very Ukrainian American household that always felt quote unquote different compared to mainstream American culture, I think that I kind of developed this expectation that I'd always be a little bit misunderstood because in some ways I was as a kid. I got enough feedback from other kids, as kids do, to unfortunately reinforce this belief I had about myself. And when you carry that, sharing yourself even as an adult still can feel risky. Weirdly, doing this podcast, my videos, makes it a little easier because I can control the narrative, but I still never really know how on the other side something will land. And I put out so much content that half the time I don't even remember what I said until someone brings it up and I'm like, oh, right, sure. I totally remember saying that. Yeah. So in some ways, the sheer volume of putting myself out there actually helps because I don't even have the bandwidth to worry about how each little thing is judged. But the fear doesn't ever totally go away. And honestly, it's kind of exhausting. For you, if you feel this way, when does it show up? Do you get feedback sometimes that reinforces it? Things like blank stares, offhand comments that just prove to you that they don't get it. I've had to remind myself, most of the times I've felt misunderstood had nothing to do with me. Often it's because the other person maybe wasn't really listening or they came with their own preconceived notions. And yeah, of course, I'm going to feel misunderstood in that moment because they're not even engaging or trying to meet halfway. And if you dig into those moments too, when you feel that way, you'll probably realize it's not about you either. And it's better always to focus on the people who do get you without you having to explain so much all the time. When I forget that and I go into self-conscious mode, my instinct is to shrink and play it safe. And then, so next time, yes, of course, there will be less room for misinterpretation because I have no longer chosen to open myself up. But in the grand scheme of things, that just makes me smaller. And playing it safe is not protecting yourself. It just waters you down. And when you water yourself down, you're not misunderstood. You're actually invisible. So if you out there want to build something meaningful, you kind of have to accept potentially being misunderstood as part of the cost of entry, especially in today's AI world where everything is becoming more and more same me, samesies, whatever. I just made up a word. Some people aren't going to get it, and that's fine. The right people will get it. The moments I've felt Most misunderstood were usually the moments that, if I'm being honest, I was stretching into something new. And that means the fear wasn't a stop sign, but it was actually proof that I was onto something that mattered. So if you've been holding back because you're scared of being misunderstood, I will say this. Yeah, you will be. That's part of the deal. But it's better to be misunderstood for showing up as yourself than to be totally forgettable for playing small. Like, actually, when I was just saying that, I felt almost like I was going to start tearing up, guys. The people who need what you're doing, they will understand you. And they're the ones that you're here for anyway. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos for even more tips.